What's up? What's up? It's your boy K Steel, aka Tall Glass of Hot Chocolate. In the building. You know what I'm saying? I'm here with my lovely co-host, Miss Stephanie. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, I'm doing excellent. Hey, welcome to Pillow Talk with Ken and Steph, where we kind of talk about everything under the sun. You know what I'm saying? So if you're squirmish, if you're squeamish, you might want to cover your ears. You know what I'm saying? No, we ain't gonna say nothing too crazy. I got limits. So check this out. So today's been a beautiful day. How's your day been going?
It's good. It's been real chill.
Really?
Mm-hmm. How was
Sorry,
your day?
y'all. Had to take this hat off. It's hot in the studio.
Having a hot flash?
I'm too young for hot flashes,
No,
I think.
you're not.
Why you gonna bust me
Going
out?
through early menopause.
What?
Men get menopause.
Do they?
Yes.
Well, it's gonna bypass me. Cause there is no way that I'm gonna ever go through that.
You don't know.
Don't
knock it.
I'm gonna have to. Cause
Well, you better knock on some wood.
I don't believe in that. Knock on wood. What's that supposed to do?
I don't know.
You don't know? Just people just do it anyway.
Yeah.
That's like putting a penny in your shoe. No, that's like a superstition.
Okay.
Knocking on wood, you know. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get down into it. So, today's segment, we want to talk about life after divorce. We have both experienced divorce, so I think it's a great topic that we can kind of talk about, and hopefully you guys will relate to. Some of you who are out there, maybe going through the process, or you've gone through the process, maybe something we share can help you. But I know for us, talking about it is also therapeutic. So life after divorce. What about you? Do you have, how do you feel about that topic, first of all?
I feel like it's a great topic because it makes you feel like you have a second chance at life, depending on the circumstance you went through during your marriage. As for me, I feel like this is my second chance. My marriage was very unhealthy.
Okay.
So this is my life after divorce.
So I would say me and my ex, and this is not to bash your exes.
Right.
Like, this is definitely not that. You know what I mean? But I can say to a certain degree, it was toxic. Like, we were better friends than we were partners for whatever reason, right? So what's like some of your regrets?
I have none.
You have no regrets, huh?
No, honestly, no shade. I wish I would have left sooner.
Really?
Yes, but I left at the time that I was supposed to.
Absolutely.
But if I had the courage to leave sooner, I would have left sooner.
Now, for you, because I have no regrets either. I think during my stint, right, because that was kind of a long stint, I think that I learned a lot. I learned a lot about relationships. I learned a lot about myself. And more than anything, I learned a lot about myself. What I will and won't tolerate.
Exactly.
What I didn't do wrong or right. So since you had no regrets, was it hard for you? And what was it an easy transition?
Oh no, it was a really, really difficult transition. The day that I left, I knew that was it. I knew that I had enough.
Okay. And
I went to stay with family. I mean, unfortunately, it was right across the street, but I was out. So, my son happened to deal with being with me and then being with his dad on the weekends, and not understanding why. He was just like, I want my parents back together.
Right.
I haven't went into full detail of what I actually been through while married with him, because he's still too young to understand, I think.
Right.
But it was a very, very difficult transition, but I don't regret it at all.
So question, being that close to the house, that's like across the street.
Yes.
If he wanted to be a stalker, he could have just looked out the window and be like, oh, she washing her car. Hey. Right. What, was that uneasy for you? Like, if you would run into him, maybe showing up at the same store or different things, or you just was like, I don't want no communication outside of our son.
It was lightweight difficult. I mean, being across the street, I was able to still see him having family get-togethers, women being over there. So at times, I can't even lie, it was difficult for me to see.
Yeah.
Because he didn't come after me.
Right.
He wasn't like, let's do counseling. That was it. Once I left, that was it.
Now, question though, would you have gone to counseling if he asked? Or it was just too much damage where in your mind, like, you know what? Nah, I don't think we can reconcile this. Nothing personal against him as a person, but do you think that counseling would have helped?
I don't think counseling would have helped. I would have went, but I don't think it would have helped.
Okay.
Because it was years and years of
just not healthiness.
Yes. I'm trying to find the word.
Unhealthy situation.
Yes.
Okay. So do you think, I'll be honest, do you think that he would have the same mindset of saying there are certain parts of you that was unhealthy? Because I know my ex will probably look at me and be like, yeah, there's some things about him, and I think I'm a pretty dope or decent guy.
No, I'm not sure. We never had the conversation on. Our communication was horrible.
Okay.
I'll just say that. So we never sat down and talked about, I don't like you doing this, or him vice versa.
Yeah.
To me, it was him always pointing the finger at me as if I was doing something, but he was the one actually doing it.
Okay. Well, that happens sometimes. Usually we do a lot of deflecting when we don't want people to look at us.
Exactly.
It's like we point the finger outward, but we don't look at the three pointing back at us. Mm-hmm. So question, would you marry again?
I would.
Really?
It took me a long time to make that decision, but I feel like I was meant to be a wife. That was not my husband. And my husband is out there somewhere. But yes, I would definitely get married again.
That's what's up. I'm glad you haven't lost heart in marriage, because I think in today's climate, and today's climate, to me, Lord have mercy, they're breaking up families. Like, they're making it very easy to cheat. They're making it easy to walk out of commitment. With social media and all those different things, it's so easy to do the wrong thing instead of doing the right thing and just hanging in there and making it work, if it's healthy and if it has potential to be healthy. I think today's society, they go against marriage more than anything.
Yes.
Open relationships, polygamy, what else is out there, being single and just cheating all over the place. Society has made that the norm. Mm-hmm. And then marriage has become the taboo, I think.
Right.
Right. So, but for you to say that, that's actually pretty good. That's pretty dope. I think for me, yes, I would definitely. Yeah. My situations has been different, but I would say absolutely, because I believe in it. I believe in the core values of marriage. I believe God instituted marriage. I believe at the end of the day, two is better than one. If you can be on one accord, communicate in a healthy fashion, love. I don't want to be jumping around in different women's beds, and it's too much stuff out there that you can catch naturally and spiritually.
Right.
So I think marriage, for me anyway, just for me, some of y'all over there like, yeah, all right, I ain't never getting married. Well, because you ain't marriage material. How about that? No, I'm joking. But I think,
or some people just like being single.
Facts, and there's nothing wrong with that.
It's nothing wrong with that, and I feel like being single is a good thing, because while you're single, you can
learn about
work on your self-awareness.
Facts.
I feel like be a single as long as you need to be, because if you're single, as long as it takes, and then when you finally get married, I feel like your marriage will last longer, because you took that time to be like, okay, I'm working on Stephanie, I'm working on Ken, I need to do this, I'm not doing that. So that way, when you do finally get married, you won't take that extra suitcase with you.
Ooh, because few suitcases.
I can't depend on you to make me happy.
Facts. Absolutely.
So whether you're my husband or not, I have to make Stephanie happy no matter what.
Absolutely. I think you hit the nail on the head right there, because I think a lot of people go into a relationship expecting, they have this hidden expectation that if I get with this person, that's it. They're the ones that's going to make me happy.
Yes,
and
he's going to fix me.
He's going to fix me. And people fail to realize that you need to be like, two people don't make a whole in relationships. It's two wholes that make a whole.
Right.
And most people, what we do is we have this dysfunction that we bring into the relationship. And then when we do this, it screws up everything, and we're trying to figure out why. Right. We get out of that relationship, jump into the next one, right, and repeating the process because we never took the time to become whole, to find out what that is, because that's a constant journey. But some people's dysfunction is way out there, right, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're supposed to be perfect when you get into the next relationship. I'm just saying that.
But take your time.
Work on
before you get into
Facts.
Marriage is not, oh, I'm getting married. Some people just get married and say, oh, I'm married, I got a husband. No.
Right.
No, you're not really thinking about the work that goes into it.
Right. So question, co-parenting, is it easy or not?
For me, since our divorce, it has been easier.
That's what's up.
We communicate better now as co-parents. My son understands now what's going on. So we have a schedule. We don't have courts involved or anything like that. So
amen to that.
We were not meant to be married, but we are great co-parents.
That's what's up. I'm glad you gave him some kudos on that. That's dope. I think for me, I think she's phenomenal. I'll never say nothing. I'll do my best not to say anything negative about her. Like, my kid's mom is phenomenal. Like, okay, so just to make it clear, so I had a baby mama situation when I met my ex-wife, right? And when I met her, my daughter was real young because it was a situationship that happened that brought a beautiful baby into the world. So when I met my ex-wife, make a long story short, we ended up having a couple of kids. And one of the things that she promised me, and I love her for this, I promise I love her for this. She seen the drama I went through with the baby mama drama stuff, and she made me a promise. Because her and I, we had this hit and miss, whatever, relationship, even when we were married. But she said, I will never take your kids from you.
Oh, no.
I would never treat you like that. And she knows the type of man I am, the type of parent that I am. And she's always held her end of the bargain. I think she's done exceedingly above what I could have expected from a mother. And so I will always tip my hat to her. But as far as being in a relationship with her, it was toxic. It was one of those deals where, sometimes it can get violent, and I'm not the violent one. And so, like the tantrums, I would say grown person throw a tantrum, like you can't have your way.
Right.
You throwing stuff at people or trying to punch on people. And look, people, if I stood up, I'm probably out of the camera's view. Being 6'5", I'm no small dude. And I used to have to always restrain myself. Like, hey, this is not that serious, mama. What's going on? And I'm not saying she ever hurt me. I'm just saying we had some moments where it went physical. And I was like, for me, trying to grab her wrist, like, hey, stop. What's wrong with you? Everything cool? Like, chill. How about this?
Do it really have to get to this point?
Man. And it didn't, because we're great communicators. And it wasn't until we got out of the relationship that, and I'm not saying it was always peachy, but I will say sincerely, it's been way more pros than cons. And I love it because she's allowed me to be a dad. And my kids and I have that's a blessing
because some women hold their children hostage because they're still bitter when they're no longer with the boyfriend or the husband. Absolutely. Like for me, I will never, you can see your son whenever you want to see him, spend time with him. I will never keep him from you. But some women, it's like, oh, I need $7,000 a month in child support. Like, I don't get child support. Like, I don't want that. I don't want to have no paper trail with no courts, having nothing hung over our heads.
Now, some women are out there who need that. We get it.
Yeah,
we get it. But they have a dope understanding, and it was already communicated. So everything is taken care of on her end, and everything is taken care of on his end, so that when the kids are with me, they have what they need. When the kids are with their mom, they have what they need, and I still help out when I can, those kind of things. And your situation is the same, right? Mm-hmm. So that's pretty dope. Now, question. Mm-hmm. You see that look she gave me, y'all. The question is, would you?
No.
She won't even let me get the look. The people need to know. The people out there.
Okay, go ahead.
Would you, under the right circumstance, get back with your ex?
Absolutely not.
Ooh, wait. You forgive him?
Yeah, I forgive him.
That's dope. That's dope.
I don't have any grudges, no ill will,
Amen.
nothing.
That's what's
but
up.
there's no amount of money that will make me go back.
Jeff Bezos money?
None.
Jeff Bezos money? No. You can buy a new heart for 100 billion. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I can get 2 or 3 of them, sit them in a closet. So when that one get broke,
no, I'm good.
I'll put a new one in.
Would you?
Nah. I think I'm good. Sincerely, I'm good, because I realize like my worth. Like and I'm not saying she dogged me or anything, but I just realized after a certain amount of time, you just say, you know what? Okay, you take care of yourself, and I pray sincerely that you find happiness. That's what it's really about. So during this time of waiting for the next wife, not like their new pair of shoes, but waiting for the next wife, I'm working on myself every day, constantly. I work on my patience, work on my communication. I'm reading books. I listen to audiobooks. I have dope conversations like this with the lovely, luxurious LW. Did she show you her cup? She got it. Hey, turn the cup around so they can see. And I'll tell y'all what LW mean in a second. LW, light skin wonder, in the building. You hear me?
Crazy.
But so that's a beautiful thing. How did your son take it? And I'll tell you how mine took it.
At first, he didn't understand like why mommy and daddy are in separate houses and why is he only seeing me a certain time or vice versa. And, I had to explain to him gently that, we did work out and, we still love you. And,
right.
He at first he didn't understand, but, he's good now.
Now that y'all have something established,
yes.
He gets to see him whenever.
So he got 2 houses, 2 rooms, 2 Christmases, 2
games,
2 games. So he's good.
I think my kids are, because my kids are teenagers, they get it. We've been divorced for a minute, and for a while actually. We got divorced when they were smaller, but I realized something about kids. A lot of times, kids are the ones that adjust faster than the adults do. The kids just need that time.
Right.
Now, yes, some kids, if it's not communicated properly, some kids are really scarred by it. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying it doesn't do any damage not to have both parents in the house.
Right.
But what I will say is a lot of times kids will make the adjustments way faster than the adults, because the adults still have to weave through the hurt and the pain and the forgiveness process and not being offended by certain things. But the kids are like, can I see my mommy? Can I see my daddy? That's all that matters to me. And I think that most parents forget that. They forget in the process.
Is this affecting
the
children?
Yeah, and it goes back to your statement about the pawns. They're using their kids as like leverage and all that other nonsense, right? So, I mean, another question I think was just kind of on my heart. How is it starting from scratch? Was that a easy process or hard?
For me, my transition was pretty difficult. I would say I was couch surfing and living out of my car for about 4 years.
Man.
But you know what? I had to get out, so I stepped out on faith, and God has blessed me throughout those years. I am now a homeowner.
Winning. Oh, she get the claps again, y'all. Come on, clap for her. I see y'all clapping right there. Go ahead. Yeah.
So, it was not
from
easy.
Homelessness to homeowner in 4 years' time?
Yes.
Ooh, and did you see it coming?
I didn't.
That's dope. See, when you don't see the miracle and you don't see the blessing, but you were faithful.
I just knew I wasn't going back. So.
Right?
Whatever I had to do, I did. So, yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean?
Starting over wasn't easy, but it turned out to be a great blessing.
That's dope. That's dope. I think for me, starting over from scratch, it's like, dang. To a certain degree, I feel like I failed because and it wasn't that I necessarily just say I failed the woman. I think I failed God, because I was like, I'm gonna honor you. I'm not gonna get a divorce. That was like my biggest thing, and I just had this mindset that I really was like, God, I'm sorry I let you down more than anything else. And I think, started from scratch. I'm still going through the process. This is, I feel like I'm in your, you said you went, what, 4 years? Mm-hmm. I'm in that 4 year process, but God is opening doors. So I'm actually very thankful of the process, to be honest with you. And you know what, to be honest with you, when I think about it, I wouldn't change it.
No.
I don't think I would change it.
I wouldn't.
Because I learned a lot during this time.
I wouldn't.
A lot about me, too.
I learned a lot about myself and what I'm worth, what I will not tolerate, the boundaries, my value. It's rough, but at the same time, them weeds is being pulled off of you. God is making room for those flowers to grow. So, it has to take its course. It has to take its course.
Now, question is dating easy for you?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, I don't get no action.
She say that, but
really
I know you be having the dudes in the corner like this. They might be a little intimidated. You're pretty.
People don't. I'm telling you, nobody tries to talk to me.
You, hey, listen, y'all ain't seen it. Hey, she gonna have to do this for me for the one time, because I gotta show y'all. This girl know how to dress and everything. Y'all can't see them moccasin socks she got on. Them beautiful. Hey, but I need y'all to see this shirt she got on. It got all the colors and it matches her head, which is the nice shirt.
It's a head wrap, not a head scarf.
Forgive me, people.
Thank you.
Hey, for y'all that's out there looking at me crazy, forgive me, y'all. But she has a real like a cool looking shirt on.
You want me to show my shirt?
I want you to show your shirt, because it's cool looking. It's like different. I didn't know what it was. Is it a rabbit? Is it a bear? Oh, check her out. She coordinated, looking all cute. Hey, what's happening? Hey, y'all sliding in them DMs, cut it out. I see y'all, fellas.
A good friend of mine got this shirt for me, and I love it.
That's dope. That's dope. But it matches your head wrap.
It does.
I'm saying that to say the woman knows how to dress.
I still don't get no action, so that defeats the purpose.
You saying that so these dudes can start getting crazy with you?
Who's about to get crazy?
Them dudes, you say no action, they finna slide in them DMs quick.
No, they not.
Watch. Okay, so by the next video,
I'll let you know.
All right,
I'll
for
let
sure.
you know.
Cause then, hey, some of y'all ain't coming correct. Hey, you got the homie on this side that's gonna challenge you a little bit. You know what I mean? Now, question: is it nervous dating?
It is, because you don't know what you're dealing with. I have trust issues. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
It's, trying to figure out what people's intentions are, and if they really have your best interest,
right,
or do they just want that one thing. So it is hard to date. It is hard to date.
I feel like, for me, I'm having the hardest time dating. No, I'm serious. You know why?
Okay.
I think I've been single so long these last couple of years, I don't think I know how to really date. It's weird.
No, I think it comes natural.
Yeah, that's what you think?
didn't been with enough women for it to come natural.
I only been with 3 my whole life.
Please.
We ain't gonna tell nobody else.
3 times what?
Ooh, wait. 3 times 1.
Please.
3 times 0. I'm a virgin.
Yeah,
my
right.
kids got here by stork.
Shut up.
My kids got here by stork. Question. For the ladies who are still going through their process, how long did you mourn? How long was your mourning?
How long did I grieve?
Grieve, mourn. Yeah, grieve. What was your grieving process look like?
I'll say,
was it a healthy grieving, or was it like, oh?
Some days were not good. Some days were like, F it. I'll say about maybe a year and a half.
It took that long? It took me a week.
Because you shut up.
Just joking, y'all.
I guess because my living situation also, and going house to house and couch to couch, and I'm just, sitting there just pondering like, look where I am. And he didn't went on.
And you couldn't
didn't went on and didn't come back, didn't check, didn't nothing. But it's cool. It turned out for the best. So
right.
my real husband will come find me.
Praise God.
Okay.
Praise God. I think my grieving process, it was a little rough for me. It took a while because it was so many years I was with that person.
Right.
And I think that even when I thought I moved on, I still would think about that person. And it wasn't because, I think because at the end of the day, I was a friend first before a spouse. And when you have a best friend for so many years,
Right.
and that person leave, I remember I hadn't seen her in about a year or so after this process, and it broke me down. Like I didn't know I was gonna hurt like that. And I was like, "Ugh, this sucks."
When you saw her,
Yeah,
did you cry when you got in the car?
I cried in the car a little bit, just a little bit, because I feel like disappointed God again. Like it
Not
really,
her, but God.
it was him first. I'm keeping it all the way 1,000. Some of y'all be like, yeah, right. No, for real. I felt like, because I asked God something specific, and I was like, look, man, if you give me a shot, I won't mess it up. But guess what we do? Because we human, we seem to mess things up, you know, and I know I won't take it all on me, but I remember saying I disappointed him. But then also, because I married her and she married me, I feel I honestly say I felt like I let her down too, because in her mind, she only wanted to get married once, too, right? So I had to take that with a grain of salt. Like, dang, man, I hurt this girl's heart too. You know what I mean? Thank God it wasn't no infidelities or anything involved with. Praise God. But
Praise God for that.
you know what I mean? So
I can't say the same.
right. But question: will you allow yourself to be vulnerable again? If y'all see this look, y'all, man, I'm telling you, this look is something else.
You know what? My fence is up real high.
Okay.
I think it depends on the next individual that I meet.
Yeah.
And through time with God, however long it takes. I'm not gonna rush anything.
Right.
But my guard is not being let down.
Okay.
Right away. It's not.
Okay. What does a man have? Well, I don't want you telling all your secrets, because some men gonna slide in DMs and be like, oh, I got flowers for you.
Shut up.
You know, because some cats is what do you call it? Wolf in sheep's clothing. So in other words, you're saying it will take a lot for you to be vulnerable. I think for me, I don't know, man. I'm just built different. I can go ahead and open my heart and be like, okay,
Really?
but you will show me though. You have to show me. If I got to start off with trust, because if I don't start off with trust, this is just me, y'all.
So innocent until proven
Man,
guilty.
innocent until proven guilty. Because if I go in with that much apprehension, I'm not saying I'm not being wise or observant, but I'm saying that if I don't go in like, okay, this is my heart, now I'm trusting you with it. Now, if you start doing things to damage that, I can pull that back.
Right.
Okay, you didn't show me who you are. I'm going to believe you. You know what I mean? First time, shame on me. Second time, shame on you. Is that how that go? You know what I mean?
Third time, you stupid.
I think for me, it's just a matter of learning to like myself. What about you? Like, did you, when you left the process, did you say, you know what? It wasn't all my fault. Like, did you take any accountability for your actions, your part in it?
You know, I question, what could I have done better? Was it something that I did wrong?
Right.
So I definitely question myself, but, I remain true to being a wife.
That's what's up.
On my end.
That's what's up.
So.
But you still could have learned from some things within you, right?
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Before we end this segment, is there something like, I like to leave with like a nugget or two to those who are listening. Is there something that you can give? What advice would you give the young lady or young man, from your perspective? I'll say from a man, you say from a young lady.
Okay.
What would you say to her if she's going through the divorce process? Like, there's no reconciling, she has to get out. Like, what would you say to her?
I would tell her, do what she needs to do to make herself happy. Okay. Nobody is entitled to make you happy.
Right.
So if you are in a toxic relationship and it's not healthy and it's been going on for years and years and years, it's time to get out.
That's what's up.
Because you're never going to grow into the potential of the full woman that you can be as long as you're still riding on that merry-go-round. And I know you keep looking and wanting to jump off, but you're afraid, just like I was. But I'm telling you, once you jump off, man, that freedom.
That freedom
I'm
is something
telling
else.
you.
You know, it was hard for me being single because I just didn't know how to be single. I had a homegirl tell me, she said, King, you don't know how to be single. As long as I've known you, all these years you've been in a relationship. Like my marriage was 7 years, six with her, 1 year we courted. So 7 years with one person. It was, she said, King, you don't know how to be single. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take that challenge. You don't challenge me.
Shut up.
I'm going to tell you who I am. You know what I'm saying? But I realized that I didn't know how to be single. She hit the nail on the head. I feel more comfortable in a relationship. I think just the type of man that I am, I like relationships. I enjoy being with one woman. I really do.
And I as well, but unfortunately, I've been meeting the wrong fellas. I've been meeting the wrong one. So that's why I said I'm taking this time. I've been single for a long
3 weeks is not long. I'm joking, y'all. Three
long
weeks times
time.
7.
Long time. So
21
I'm not
days.
rushing. I'm not rushing anything.
21 days. She only been
It's
single.
not been no 21 days.
She only been single for
A long time.
a minute, y'all. I've been single for a little while.
What's a little while?
Little while, like a real relationship. I think after my marriage, I was in a relationship for about a year. But even that, you know, it was just on my heart that wasn't my wife, so I had to get out of it. And so that was the thing. And the cool thing is it was mutual. She didn't want it, but she knew I'm serious about my relationship with the Lord. And it just put it on my heart that she wasn't my wife, and she had to respect and honor that. So we're still friends, but it's not. I'm expected to go to her wedding like, oh my goodness, God got something special for her. You know what I mean? I probably won't show up at the wedding, but
No, you're not going.
look, I'm being told what I can't do. You hear me? But you know, I love this segment because there's so much more. I think you know, we should talk to somebody else. I think we should have a part 2. Y'all let us know if we need to have a part 2 or a part 3, because we might do a part 2 ourselves.
Yeah, we can find a special guest.
You know, for life after marriage, find somebody who's been divorced. And we're not making it about divorce, because I think personally, if people can save their marriage, not just for the kids, but
by all means,
by all
do what you
means,
need
do
to do.
what is
Communicate,
necessary. Absolutely.
counseling. But if it's to the point where it's toxic,
Yes, unhealthy,
verbal, physical,
abuse,
and you just no, where you gotta carry a knife with you, or you don't know if you gotta go be no. That you got to get out of.
You got to get out of. You know what I mean? So we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We honor y'all. And this is Pillow Talk with Ken and Steph. We holla at y'all on the next one. Peace out.